Hi guys.
You don't have to like small thing, okay?
Hi guys.
Can you hear me?
Hi guys. Good morning. Or good afternoon, excuse me. It's Rohit Prakash from Somewhat Wisdom. I hope you've had a nice, calm, spiritual, emotionally profitable journey up until this time right now. Today we're on the letter V. As all of you know, I've been going through the alphabet beginning with letter A, and under A I put three words that start with letter A and three positive words to keep us inspired, motivated, creative, and ultimately give us some inspiration during these turbulent times to act as kind of an emotional umbrella to save us and to keep us protected at all times, our mental being, our mental well-being, and our physical well-being too as well. But this is just mostly about our mental well-being. Okay. Uh, we want to get today's letter is V. Okay, and under V I have velvet, violet, and vigorous. Um, so V velvet. Under the definition, it's velvet is a soft feel type of fabric. Okay, so a lot of the times when we relate to something and something comes at our way, and we want to get a thought process going, or our thoughts keep going, or you want to feel or sound, and you want to involve all your senses. Velvet to the touch means as soft as velvet, if you ever heard that phrasing. And that phrase comes from, or it should be used to describe a positive feeling because it's very nice and smooth feeling. In life or in our dynamics of everyday conversation or everyday practice of involving other people or whatever we do in business, in relationships, and showing compassion and empathy and being outside or whatever you do, you want to ignite, you want to try to find something with all the five senses, right? Sight, sound, feel, which is touch, taste, and smell. Okay? So velvet is a nice soft feeling. Sometimes some of the plants we go have a velvet feeling. Some of the leaves. I don't know what kind of plant it is, but if you feel it, it ignites a type of feeling, a nice sensation in you. And you can't buy these things. I mean, you could buy velvet as a material, fabric, and clothes, but the feelings and the experience is really what people like to pay for. And you can get that for free if you just feel that emotion, that velvet outside on a plant or some type of fabric somewhere or something like that. I know I used to go to I used to go to actually there's a Walmart by my house here, and they have section for different fabrics. And I used to go and I used to feed them all different kinds because I used to cut them out, and I like wrap up stuff like to put like as craft materials to do crafting. And when I was going through a difficult time, one of the psychologists expressed to me, "Why don't you paint, or why don't you go to Michael's and get these types of things that you could paint on?" So I would paint, and I would also go and get fabrics and cut them and wrap things around them and stuff. And fun fact, you can also go to uh, you can go to I forgot what it is, but there's a place called something linens, or I don't know, or any of these materials. Some private business. If you could support private businesses, try to go there and just get the material. You can cut. They have these faux fur like blankets and comforters, and it's really inexpensive. Get the material, whatever pattern you like. Get the material, cut it. I mean, get as much as you think is fits your bed, and you can
Please take out line, okay?
and you can get
You
it,
can take it out, okay?
and you can get it, and you can cut it, and you can put it on your bed as a comforter or a sheet, right? You can size it up, everything you want, and it's really, I mean, it's like a definite velvety fur. It's furish. It's like a faux fur. So you can, which faux means fake, but it'll keep you warm and it's comfortable and it lasts a long time. And you can throw it in the washer and clean, and it's easy. It's easy and simple to use, which is what we want. The second V is violet. Violet is a color. When I looked it up to my research, it's Violet is the color of light at the short wavelength of the spectrum. Ultimately, violet is like almost the color purple. Purple in the ancient times was a sign of royalty and a sign of they used to dye stuff with purple ink from the flowers that they got. I forgot which flowers it was, but they used to dye stuff with purple ink. That's why it was so prominent back in those days. And purple is a major is a for some reason or the other, but I don't know if it still is, but it used to be a major staple in India as well here as in the United States for the kings, the palaces, and the royalty and stuff like that. For me personally, it's a very unique color, but I really like purple. I love the color purple. Um, it just reminds me. It's so unique nowadays to see the color for some reason, but for me, it ignites a sense of peace, calmness, and a sense of going in the right direction. Uh, that's that's what I think. It's going in the right direction, or and like in the evening and the night, I have LED lights here in my room. So one of the ones I have in my application, in my phone application, I can when it gets around 10 p.m. At 10 p.m. I go from it's white back here, and then I'll go from a gray, and as it goes from a gray, it goes to a purple. Okay, and then I like the purple because the energy it transmit is kind of like a peaceful energy. It dims down a little bit, and then the other LED light I have is a blue one in my room. That's always on. The blue one's always on in my room because I like blue. And the other, so we have velvet, violet, and vigorous. Vigorous, by definition, is strong, healthy, and full of energy, right? And when someone, just by the language you're using with these three words, you could just get it. You already get a feeling, right, of motivation. Velvet, violet, and vigorous. You don't have to know the definition. So we want to try to find words and just as an integral part of our language that makes us feel like that way, and and consequently, it'll make other people feel the same way as well. We don't, and when we practice these words day by day and little by little, you will attract by the law of attraction, other people that are well aware of these types of words. And this is a type of emotional fabric in communications that we need, especially times like right now. We emotionally we want to be self-sufficient. If we know that in the morning we feel better when we have coffee and it's healthy for us, you don't put too much sugar, or if you do, that's completely up to you. For me, with like triple espresso but black. That's just me. Uh, the inexpensive stuff. There's water, 2 or 3 tablespoons, and first I get the water heated up, 2 or 3 tablespoons, and then mix it. Then 4 or 5 ice cubes. Let it sit for a minute or two, and then I have my Yeti mug with my Yeti tumbler with ice water in it all the time throughout the day. And so, whatever your process is, I know a lot of other people have the espresso and then have tea next to it, tea or chai, so they can alternate in between. And you could put ginger in your tea, or you could put any other spice, cloves, or if you want to give a little kick or something like that. If you don't like caffeine, if you don't want to have caffeine, if you want to cleanse, you could put in your tea. There's other people that are professionals at this, but I'm just giving you a heads up. In your tea, you could put